going on, guys? Welcome to this week's episode. This week we're just going to hammer into it. We're going to try and get as much stuff as we can done in the engine bay that I can. Obviously without having the heated core and everything all in it at the moment, I can't do that yet, as well as aircon and all that, because I've still got to do the interior of the cab. So I'm just going to go ahead, put all my new parts in, as much of it as I can, and we'll go from there. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this video. Peace. Sweet, I'm just chucking in some cheap shit eBay lights. I think these are only like $120, can't quite remember. So we'll probably see how good a quality they are compared to the JTX. If they come with a wiring loom, if not, but we'll find out. Look pretty sick. Oh, let's go ahead and chuck them in. She looks sick. So yeah, the only way to make it fit, now I'm going to feel absolutely terrible doing it to a new one, but you've got to cut the inside fins just the same size as the intercooler and push it back and it will fit. So I did my last one and it fits perfect. Doesn't weaken it that much, like I didn't cut it for the first ribs. Let's cut all the inside ones, especially where all the grill and especially where all the intercooler is, and it'll all press back and it'll fit Mickey Mouse. So I'll go ahead and do that now. This is the hydraulic brake booster from Mark's Adapters. It comes with all your fittings and whatnot with it. High pressure lines from the power steering. She's bloody heavy. Oh. So yeah. This part bolts onto, I'm trying to get a good angle on it, the lining where it is. So this bolts onto the firewall there, that goes to your pedal, and obviously little valves and fittings go to your different pressure lines, high pressure lines, and that's where your booster master cylinder sits, brake cylinder sits. So, oh, she's heavy. Hold on, I'm just going to have to mount this. Do this two-handed. Alrighty, so that goes through there, obviously, and that sits inside that. So you can see it sits out pretty far. I'm gonna have to tuck some tubing around that shock tower. Holy fuck, that's heavy. But I don't know what bolts I'm going to use on that. I actually can't remember. I'll probably have to get my own because the boosted cylinder usually sits right through with the bolts on it. I'll grab that in a second too. Yep, so this is the old shitter. The old boosted one, so that's the original one that was in it. Had a bit of leak and started rusting everywhere. It was causing rust in the chassis as well, or in the cab. So obviously they do have bolts already built into it, which means I've got to source bolts for that, which is great. So now I've got to go back to the shops again. But that's pretty much it, what we're replacing. Because I'm not running any vacuum lines or anything like that on this anymore, that's the reason why I'm getting rid of this as well, because of the hydraulic booster. So I've deleted all the vacuum line out of it, and we'll have some high pressure braking hopefully if the pump's up to it. Fingers crossed I don't have to pay for a new power steering pump, but or the box, we'll see, because I'm unsure on what the condition was of it when I bought the whole chassis, but we'll figure it out. So that's the thing we're replacing. That's the old. It's new. And new. It's been all nice and fitted up together, which will be sweet. And she's pretty hefty. It's really heavy. I'm surprised that that's going to fit on the wall without cracking it. But we'll get some bolts, bolt it up, bolt this all together. Looks like I'm going to get bolts for this as well. Fit all that all into there. And we can start bending up some banjo, which will go into the fittings there and on top. I'll have to figure out in the book which one's which for front and rear, obviously, but yeah, that's the plan. Sweet, so I've actually fixed it now. I've got a bit of lighting in here. I can actually do a bit more work at night time. I just ended up bending up a clutch line. Obviously I've still got to fix it to the rear wall in certain places. I think we'll probably try and use that bolt there to sort of bracket it a bit, just so it gives it a bit more rigidity. And I'll come around here, all the way around and into the new clutch line. So I might put some like P-clamps off the wall there. I just shaved it all and all that, but the reason why I did that was I didn't want anything up here or up here. It is a lot lower, it's going to sit a lot nicer, and I might put some heat shield on it, some heat sheath, just because I don't know how much heat's going to be coming off this, as well as the clutch line there. I'll probably put some heat sheet on that as well. But she's looking pretty good, all tucked away, nice and tidy. Now I'm just going to fold up 2 more for the hydraulic brake booster, which I'm just putting together right there. So she's going to go in, I'm going to make up 2 more lines for that, and we're going to go from there. Sweet! Piecing together the hydraulic booster. It did come with the bolts. No nuts though, which is a shame, so I'm trying to sort through all my nuts that I've got spare, and I might just place it on in there until I get some replacements. Put it on there just so I can fold up some Bundy, just to go from those little those connectors there all the way up into where the hydraulic brake booster will be, somewhere around here with the connections. So I've got the this thing's heavy as hell. So there's a connection up here, so I'm gonna have to do a 180, and then I've got a connection on the side here. I still have to look at the manual, see which one's front and which one's rear, as well as I know which one's front and rear down there, so I've just got to make sure I pair it up to the right one on the booster. So that's the plan for tonight. Try and get it all together and in the right spot with all the bites bent, and it'll be looking mint. Sweet. Ooh. Jesus. Jesus. Big old holes. I've bent up some new lines, new clutch line, hidden all behind there. It's still going to be clipped back, but it's pretty sturdy. But I'm going to clip it back to some fixtures on the wall. But other than that, it's just only one bolt holding it at the moment, just so I could make up the lines to suit, and that it doesn't interfere with any major components that are still yet to go inside the engine bay. So everything's all pretty much in, all the plumbing for the radiator and all that, and as well as the intake and stuff like that. That's I know it's probably not practical using this, but it's what I'm going to use for the time being, as it worked before. But I do want to eventually down the track be putting hard pipe lines all the way through without any silicone other than the 2 joints. But that's for further down the track. Just piecing it all together, make sure I've got all the right parts and clippings. I am going to change that blue one to the black one because it's annoying me. But other than that, it's nearly all there. File through, get all the right plugs in the right spot. I've got to make one more flare on the custom line I made. I've got to flare it so it joins onto the chassis rail, and I'm still gonna fix a few things with the flaring, and I got to plumb up the hydro booster to the power steering pump. So that's the goal. Hopefully we can get all of it done today. Been smashing heaps of stuff out, like not recording much. Like I've done the whole dash and everything without recording, but slowly getting there. It's taking shape. It's looking mint, so can't wait to drive it. It's so close. So it's just got to file through, do these last few minute things, get all the right wiring in the right spot, connect it all up. Also with the shaft there, I had to get a new shaft to the suit because there was a leaf sprung originally. It ended up being a lot shorter. I'll throw up the photo again of what I had to do. So I ended up getting a coil cab or coil wagon steering column, replaced the whole lot, and now it joins in fine with the GU power steering box. But yeah, that's the goal for today. Get all the things I need to get done, and then hopefully we'll put some fluids into it and we'll fire it up, which will be mint the first time in 6 or 7 months. Can't remember how long it's been now, but even the chassis build, that's been going on for God, bloody 8-9 months. So slowly just getting there. I'm absolutely stoked how far this has come, and we're just so close to firing it over and maybe taking it for a little test drive. So that's enough talking. I'm just going to get straight into it. I'm probably not going to record much of doing the wiring until I get it in place, and yeah, we'll just keep going, knock things off the list, and yeah, hopefully it'll look pretty mint. Sweet. Sweet as. So everything's pretty much plumbed up. Fuel wise, that's all plumbed up, all new lines, new hose clamps, hydro boosters all done, all nipped up tight, new lines, teed into the power steering pump and the box. So that's all done, all good to go. Sort of tied them off a bit. So the fuel lines are sort of left a little bit loose just so it can like spin around a bit, like move a bit with the engine and whatnot. Return line's all done. I've pumped the shit out of this till it's max, so I'm pretty sure it's all primed, ready to go. The only thing I'll have to do when I'm starting to turn it over is obviously crack each injector, make sure there's fuel coming out. Now that I've done all this side, this is all plumbed up, it's not hitting anything. I'll plumb up the rest of the coolant lines and then go over to that side and fit the rest of the intercooler pipe and airbox, and then we can hopefully fire it up. Can't wait. It's starting to look really good though. Can't wait for it. It's gonna be sick. Haven't heard it start in a few months now, so it's gonna be I'm really excited, so keen as.